Safety in the wet is the average motorist's main concern when choosing tyres. Because every driver knows that wet roads mean less traction, more risk of sliding, longer stopping distances, and the frightening possibility of a total loss of control through aquaplaning. And any motorist can be caught out, especially in the dips between hills where deep water can collect during heavy rain. To a casual glance, a few millimeters of water on the road is a frequent and minor driving hazard. Imagine it, though, from a tyre tread's point of view, from a height of just half a centimeter. A rushing Niagara for it to confront and carve a path through, dispersing 5 liters a second. With this concern in mind, Goodyear has made a giant technical leap forward. Aquatred is a whole new concept in providing safety on wet roads. Let's go under the road and see how the tread rubber of a typical average tyre makes contact with the road surface. The grip and adhesion in this contact area enables the driver to control the vehicle. But when the road is wet, water has to be squeezed out into the tread grooves before the rubber can come into direct road contact. And the tread groove pattern of any tyre can cope with only a certain maximum water volume. The faster the car's speed and the deeper the road surface water, the sooner this maximum tread capacity is reached. After that, less and less tread rubber remains in road contact and the driver has less and less control. With Aquatred, Goodyear took a totally new approach to make a tyre that could cope with a much greater volume of water. It has 2 unique features. First, the aqua channel groove down the center, which provides a large volume space for water to pass through. Second, Aquatred has a directional V-shaped groove pattern. This one-way rotation directional tread is a highly sophisticated feature in a tyre for standard performance cars. Here is the Aquatred at work, shown in slow motion in deep water at 40 miles an hour. You can see the wedge of water building up at the front, as it does in any tyre. But instead of eroding the essential tyre-to-road contact in the center, water flows straight through the footprint area down the aqua channel, leaving all the rubber blocks to grip the road surface. The evacuated water is thrown out the back, shown up here as turbulence. The diagonal grooves get wider, providing greater volume as they arc out towards the shoulders. When the tread enters the footprint area, the tread blocks squeeze together and this compressing action jet pumps the water along the grooves and out to the sides of the tyre. You can see here in the highlighted area the strings of water jet pumped from each groove. On a wet road at low speed, you can see how the aqua channel is evacuating almost all the road surface water out the back of the tyre, with the diagonal grooves pumping any surplus out the sides. Here's the action at real speed. For most motorists, the danger of aquaplaning comes mostly from puddles, patches of deeper water often lying in dips and hollows on the road. And you can see here how Aquatred's unique anti-aquaplaning features cope with this sort of road hazard. As a result, the tread rubber gets much more direct contact with the road surface and therefore gives much better grip and traction. And that's why Aquatred is a giant step forward in providing motorists with much greater safety margins against the risk of aquaplaning. Aquatred is a tyre for the broad market, for the driver who normally uses summer tyres, but who would prefer a product which not only gives summer tyre dry road performance, but which also gives much greater safety and confidence on wet roads. Aquatred incorporates a host of other features to give a high standard of handling under dry road conditions and a mileage life comparable with our competitors' standard summer tyres. It's a quiet tyre and gives drivers a comfortable ride. And Aquatred's striking good looks give real designer appeal, a work of science and art in every sense. In the controlled constant water depth of the test track, you can see how Aquatred literally dries out the road surface, allowing much more tread rubber to stay in contact with it, up to double the tread contact area of any competing tyre at the same speed in the same water depth. We tested Aquatred against our major competitors' summer tyres in crucial manoeuvres which every driver faces on wet roads. Here's Aquatred's stopping power on a wet surface. Compare a competitor's tyre on the same car at the same speed braking at the same point. More than the width of a pedestrian crossing between them. And see how Aquatred holds the road in a sudden tight bend in the wet at 40 miles an hour. Now compare a competitor's tyre on the same car at the same speed. Aquatred gives you much greater safety margins and a lot more confidence. It comes with an exceptional track record. Aquatred is already selling well in North America, answering motorists' demands for a safer tyre on wet roads, and acclaimed with a shower of design and engineering awards. Aquatred is T-rated and manufactured in 70 and 65 aspect ratios in a variety of sizes. Safety with style for the broad motoring public who want extra confidence in the rain. From the source of the problem is born the means to overcome it, the technical breakthrough of the decade. Aquatred from Goodyear.